Hey world, so nice to meet you. My name is Ulrike, and for the past 10 years, I've been on and off bodybuilding. I've also dabbled in some long distance or ultra cycling, mountain biking as well, doing the Desert Dash twice, and I've always had a love for lifting heavy stuff. And this year, I decided to challenge myself and get into a bit of CrossFit. And for the first time in a very long time, I just ended up loving life, having fun, trying new stuff, not being afraid to fail, not stressing about how I look, and also getting a bit of serious and doing some fun competition with friends, and also just being humbled and inspired by everybody around me. So I decided to lock in and take you all on a journey and include you in some of our fun stuff, what we consider fun. And yeah, show you a bit of my crazy life of being a very big busybody. Good morning, world.
Good day.
Apologies for the weird lighting. It's already 7 o'clock and the sun isn't out because it's overcast for some reason, which is strange this time of the year. We haven't even struck like spring yet and it's already like summer vibes. So we're just currently taking as it is. So we are on our way to Yellowstone, which is trails here by us in Windhoek. They're hosting a fun run thing, trail run thing for to get funds for wild dog conservation. So we're heading that way. It's a public holiday today, so this is why we're out on a random Wednesday, which is quite nice. So yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along for the trek. You're gonna hear some heavy breathing, which I will most likely put some music over with a voiceover or something like that. We'll see. We don't know how the trail looks. It's 6Ks, but we are gonna try to run as much as possible. I've got some problems with my lower legs, but we will see how it goes. I did not do my running yesterday, decided to cycle, so hopefully they feel a bit better today, which I doubt, but we will see how it goes, and you guys will as well.
But with the collar data that we've been doing on Namibia's dogs, it's 3 times that amount, and it's because it's an arid area. So they need huge space, and farmers do struggle. Like we're very compassionate towards the farming community. They just don't feel like they have solutions. They're not too sure how to handle these animals. Plus, there's no economic value. You know, so people come and see lions, there's a value to lions. People come and see rhinos, there's a value to rhinos. But we don't have a value to Namibia's free roaming wild dogs. And so this is something we're trying to do. And the communities that we work with are very open to it. In fact, the areas where we've collared dogs and we monitor and we inform farmers where they are and make them feel like they're part of the picture, they haven't killed any. 2021, I lost 7 packs to persecution. It's about 100 dogs, puppies included, and it's a war zone in my opinion. And it's tough. It really is tough. And yet we have these incredible survival stories. We've currently got a pack of dogs in holding that we rescued last year. Joseph over here assisted me to pull this pack. It's led by a 3-legged female, alpha female. She survived 4 days in a trap away from her puppies, and that girl had a tenacity and a fight to survive, and we got her back to her pups with 1 alpha male left. The rest of the pack had been killed, and they're now looking for space. And this is kind of what drove this, is we've got this pack of dogs and nobody wants to take them, and it's quite tragic. We need reserves to come on board. We need people to start making space. So we've got this amazing alpha female who has done everything she could to live. She lost a leg, she was septic, very sick, and yet she fought so hard to survive. So these are an animal that the people who work with them, they will say, you know, they live and die for their pack. I think we as people could learn a lot from them. They're the only carnivore that will feed the old, the weak, the young, the sick before themselves. So they're a testimony to the carnivore species. So thank you for showing up. This is just about awareness. Yep.
So what do you need in the project?
Lots.
You need space.
We need money and space, huh?
No, you know, we're working with, you know, projects. We're okay. It's awareness. It would be just nice if people could just, as Namibia, put it out there that wild dogs are special to us. You know, as much as I work a lot with government, but they get neglected because there's no urgency to it. So, you know, MEFT, they're overstretched. I work very closely with them. I'm not negative about them, but it's not a priority, and I want it to be a priority, that people show up, pitch up. But, you know, we've got to kind of shout it out that this is a species that we actually care about before we lose them.
Why don't the farmers want them on the farms? Why?
They-
What do they hunt?
They kill livestock, but part of the problem is the prey species have been decimated. Then you've got, you know, livestock management as well. They tend to tackle calves. The packs are too small to really take big cows, so we try to work with farmers and say, kraal your calves. It's very seasonal as well, the conflict. If dogs are around, you know, send out herders. So, but then there's a lot of fear, I think, as well, because they're so wide roaming. When I interviewed farmers in 2018 and I said, how many wild dogs do you think you have? And they said like 1,000. And it's the same pack, just using 2,000 square kilometers. So it's overwhelming. And then I think once we can provide more education for the guys, that they also think that they're like domestic dogs. They breed every 6 months, and that's not true. They only breed once a year. It's only the alpha female. So there's a lot of awareness that needs to happen, and I think farmers, once they feel like they have more control, there's more tolerance. We've got to build coexistence, but then there's no value to them.
They
No.
don't do anything.
Nobody shows up. You know, a lion kills a cow and everybody rocks up
Yeah.
to investigate and compensate. And
Kill the lion.
the big, you know, everyone's there to support. But with wild dogs, it's a difficult species, but it's a special
But they
species.
do have value.
Of course they do. It's our second most endangered large carnivore in Africa, after the Ethiopian wolf. So their time is limited.
2 hills in. What a wonderful morning. We're just taking it slow. Heavy breathing as promised. But good so far. It's nice and cool. And we're about just past 2 k's in. Taking a quick breather.
Taking a bit of a walk.
We're still working to get him fit. He's gonna start up with his trail running endeavors now again, so yeah, I should say it's a lot lighter on the legs than running on the road, to be honest. So enjoying it thus far, a lot of hills, so but yeah, feeling good. Heart rate's not looking too bad. And yeah, almost halfway done. For the amount of sunscreen I put on this morning, there's a huge lack of any sunshine. Just took off my glasses because I was just like, nah, I'll be running in the dark, man. And we are officially 3Ks in, halfway point. How you feeling?
Okay.
He's still here, which is great. So we continue on, hills and hills. We are 4K in, already heading back. We'll see if this is a 6K loop. I'm starting to be unsure now, but yeah, here's another hill. 5.47 kilometers. Well, everyone, I made you a nice video of all the pastries and stuff on the inside, but we decided we're just gonna go home, take a shower, maybe just get some breakfast at home, and then we gotta head off to the shops to do our monthly shopping. Yay, so much fun. But yeah, I spoke to the lady from the Wild Dog Trust, and I got a Facebook page, the Kalahari African Wild Dog Project. So I'm gonna share it maybe on the screen or in the link. And then,
check it out, please.
Yes. So they're really searching for help. They're raising funds now in order to get their website up and running. And yeah, it's a great cause. She said we're rooting for the underdogs, and I was just like, it's ironic as my tattoo on my arm says all hail the underdog. So yeah, that's really cool to be able to do something for a good cause and also get a nice workout in. So we are a sweaty mess. We have some electrolytes to get down, and we will see you in the next one. Enjoy. And so we did end up getting a nice little chicken schnitzel Bretchen with a cup of coffee. So happy.